Well, hello and welcome in. How is everyone doing today? I hope you are well. My name is Sarah, and if the title brought you into this video, trust that there is a message here for you today. My name is Sarah. I am an energy reader, and I have been speaking to the Ancestor Collective in my meditations. And together we have agreed to work together to transmute the traumas and the fears that they experienced in their lifetimes on the planet. And it is my absolute honor and privilege to bring forth messages and confirmations from the other side. And my messages are confirmations for those of you who are looking for answers to prayers, to questions that you might have about someone from your past or someone who has passed away, an ancestor of some kind. And so if this arrives in your feed and we've not met before, trust that there is something here for you. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your divine presence. Let us begin on this energy reading. So the picture that I saw in this energy reading begins with a native man leaning against a rock or a stone or a log of some kind, and he's in the process of passing away. He is very sick. He is groaning. He is very thin, raspy, needs water, and yet he is given up all possibility of being saved. He's pretty much just waiting for time to pass for someone to take mercy upon his soul and see him safely through to death. And so as I'm watching this scene unfold, I'm feeling the grief that this man is feeling. And he's, a middle-aged man, and he's all alone. And I just got the feeling like he lost everyone. And then I see, like, in his own culture, what appeared to be some sort of grave, like a mass grave. So then I got the idea that maybe this man was the last of his tribe, and he had done his best to bury or to give a proper goodbye to those left, right? So that's kind of the energy that I experienced. So perhaps the idea of Native American tribes are important to you. I'm not sure what tribe it is. I believe it's the Plains, the American Plains Indians, I keep wanting to say buried, but it was actually they made scaffolding, and they put the dead on scaffolding up high so that animals couldn't get to them. And there were other reasons for this too. And I'm thinking like Kansas, Nebraska, that kind of area in the plains in the United States of America. That's what was coming through. So if any of you have a relationship or have some sort of connection with the Native American tribes, what would that be? Like the Sioux and Lakota, the Crow, Cheyenne, Comanche. And again, I don't know if all of these tribes use that same method, but whoever the tribes were that used that method of scaffolding for the dead, that's who I'm speaking to, because as the man was kind of gazing off, I could see in the distance there was this scaffolding where many, many people had been put to rest, and he was the last. And as I observed this dread, this grief, and this was a message I received about a week ago. And all throughout last week, I got several messages of grief. So someone out there, if you have experienced the death of a loved one recently, or even the death of someone in your past, or someone who is connected with you, my condolences, number one. And number two, know that the ancestors are saying that life is a constant cycle of death and rebirth, death and rebirth. And right now we are in the rebirth part of the cycle. When I asked for cards to reflect the energy, I used my Angels and Ancestors deck to speak with the passed on loved ones. And the first card I received was Spring. See your seeds grow. And obviously, when this is being watched, you might come upon it at any time. It doesn't matter when. This is still relevant. The idea of spring, when you think of spring, you think of seeds sprouting and leaves returning and the green things, the gray winter skies turn a little bit more bright. We get a little bit more sun. There's a gentle unfurling of flowers that can bloom even in the winter and frost. And so you're being asked to see those seeds that you're planting at this time, because after death comes a rebirth. And at this time, you're being asked to embrace the change that's on the horizon for you. You're being urged to allow those dreams that you have to become a reality. And this is something that the ancestors' energy in that scene I saw, it was almost like the man knew this was the end and he was accepting of it. He was waiting patiently for the environment to take him. And I'm feeling like he was at peace because he knew it was the natural order of things. And so you're being urged to see things from a higher perspective at this time. The eagle here might be significant, especially if you are also connecting with the Native American archetype character that I've picked up on, the ancestor. In this instance, you're being asked to look at things from a different angle, to fly higher and see new possibilities. The Native American, in the Native American culture, the Native American culture and the Celtic culture, in animal medicine, use the eagle to picture strength and power. And since it can see for miles and miles, it approaches things with intelligence, with grace, with poise, and it has the capacity for seeing beyond what others can see. So when this card comes up in the reading, the energy is saying that you have a real ability to take things higher and farther than perhaps you are seeing at this time. You're being asked to connect with your ancestors with that energy of endurance and staying long-suffering and waiting out difficult times. For instance, this grief that you certainly have been going through, saying goodbye to something that no longer works for you, a situation or relationship. It could even be a city or a place where you live. It just no longer fits you. And you're noticing that a lot of things are kind of falling away in your life because you have higher aspirations and you've recognized that some of the people you've surrounded yourself with or situations you've placed yourself in no longer work for the person that you hope to become. And you are seeing things from a higher perspective. That's why these energies are coming out for you, because you have goals, you have power that you are hoping to wield. You're manifesting. You have a lot of emotions right now that you're trying to work through with this Water Guardian card that came out. And the advice here is to take time to understand how you're really feeling right now. Know that your sensitivity is not a curse. So I'm speaking directly to someone who has some kind of gift or ability that perhaps they didn't know about, or maybe it has lain dormant for quite some time, and maybe you're just recently becoming acquainted with it and you're not really sure what to do with it, but you recognize that it's something pretty big because maybe other people are seeing it too. There's something nice in knowing that it's not all in your head, right? The audience I'm speaking to, lately things are becoming very obvious that there's some sort of ability or gift that's come online for you. Whether that's deja vu or just kind of having a deep knowing about something. Or maybe you've had an experience where you were nearly in a very bad car accident, or maybe you were very sick and it looked very dire, and maybe something just kind of happened and all of a sudden, like a small miracle, right? These things are happening to you more frequently. Your ancestors are with you. They are protecting you. And their message to you is to connect with your emotions, heal what's holding you back from reaching your highest potential, right? These seeds. If there's any obstacles, they're asking you to clear those obstacles. How does that look? Asking your angels and your ancestors for assistance. Ask them for help in understanding why you're going through these things and why you can't seem to get past them. Maybe you've tried and you're coming up against a wall and you just don't know what to do. Just ask. Just ask, what can I do to fix this? What am I missing? And if you can ask from a place of heartfelt desire, it will be given to you. Let's not put a time on it. Let's ask and then let it go. It will be given. And when you can start giving things to universe to handle for you and just letting go, you're going to find that things work a lot better than when you try to control and hang on to things. Okay? Someone needed to hear that message. Your angels are about helping you to see that the emotions that you're feeling, those are locked deep inside of you and they need to be healed. And connecting with your ancestors, they have lots of guiding advice to give to you if you're willing to hear it. So some of the ways you can hear that is like readings like this, where someone reads tarot or an oracle to connect with the ancestors. You yourself can connect with your ancestors. There's no need to be afraid as long as you are coming from a place of genuine love and desire to connect with them, to ask for their assistance. You must be polite and you must be definitely grateful and come from a place of honor and come from a place of respect. If you are looking to do it for entertainment purposes, no. This is not somewhere where we just act a fool. This is serious. They love us and they want to help us, but this is not a place to go messing around. Okay? So someone also needed to hear that. I think most of you recognize that if you're trying to connect with your ancestors in any way, you want to definitely be coming from a place of honor, right? Let me pull a couple of tarot for us just to sort of see where this energy can go when we connect with our ancestors. What message does Spirit have for this collective that has tuned in today to hear this message from their ancestors? Okay. The number 12 and the number 2 might be significant. Mountains definitely could be important to some. Okay, someone here, yeah. You've been at a standstill. The Two of Swords showed up. So you've been trying to make some sort of connection, some sort of decision with something. You've got a lot of zeal and a lot of courage, a lot of energy behind you, because you know it's the right thing for you to do. But there's some sort of block there. I'm seeing like manifesting though. You've made plans. You might be in the baby steps because you know you've been working through this grief. You've lost something that meant a lot to you. So you've been working through the grief stages. So this is kind of a nudge from your ancestors to keep going. They say you're doing great. We're here to support you. You're in the very beginning. And you're going to do just fine. Ask us for assistance and we will help you. Ask your angels. Pray to that which is greater than ourselves, however you call your higher power. And on the bottom of the deck, you do have the Two of Cups. And in this context, I'm really feeling that this is a connection between you and your higher self, you and spirit. Maybe you and your ancestor. Maybe there's an ancestor that you are deeply connected with. Maybe when this person was alive and with you, you had such a deep connection and they are asking you to talk to them. Don't be afraid. Come from a place of just love and honor and respect and give it time. And thank the person, whoever they might be that you're connecting with. Thank them for their presence. And if you're feeling afraid, take lots of deep breaths and ask yourself why you're feeling afraid. A lot of times we have this preconceived notion that trying to reach our ancestors is somehow wrong or dangerous. But again, if you are, they're just in a different like frequency, right? And we can connect with them. And if you are still enough and quiet enough, you will hear them speak with you. We're all capable of this. And the reason why I'm bringing this message forth is to kind of dispel this viewpoint that you need someone, you need to hire someone, or, you know, if you want to speak with your grandmother or your father or mother, that there's someone you need to go through. You can speak to them. You can speak with them yourself. Someone needed to hear that. A lot of times my messages are more like confirmation. Like if you were wondering something, as long as you're very respectful, your loved ones, they wish to connect with you and work together to heal the the trauma bonds I'm hearing, or the trauma that ran through generations. Like lots of times I think of the example of alcoholism, and lots of times that runs through families, right? You might grow up in a family where your parents did that, and then you grew up thinking that that was, the way you handled problems, and so you did it. And then your children see you doing that, and then maybe they turn to it, and it goes on and on and on, right? And that's just one example, but there's many things that can go through family lines. And the body remembers, our DNA remembers, our ancestors are in our blood. And I often think of, what people lived through in order to bring forth children and to continue the family line. And I think of all the things our ancestors went through and the pain that they went through. They're just like us. And they loved, and they raged, and their hearts were broken, and they were happy, and they had moments of love and moments of peace, and then they had moments of agony. They lived the entire human experience. And they're just looking to connect with us because we're all spirit. We're all spirit. Some of us are just breathing in this frequency, in this bodies, right? And some of us are not at this time. But there's nothing to stop us from making that connection to those ones that we cared about. If you have a grandmother or a parent or a sibling or a child, husband, whatever, wife, you can speak to them. You just have to listen for ways that they might be connecting back. And it may not look like, what you think it might look like. Everyone has an individual connection with spirit. So the way that I connect may not look anything like how you might connect. And that's okay. Everything should be how you feel comfortable with connection. And so if this message resonated for you, trust it. Trust that it came to you for a reason, and a little food for thought, maybe to kind of open your mind up to the idea that maybe your ancestors are waiting for you to connect with them, or a loved one that has passed away that you think about all the time. They're thinking of you too. They want you to reach them. I wish you the best with this, and please let me know in the comments below if any of this made sense, or if any of it resonated. I appreciate your kind attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.